everyone, jRdCool here, and welcome back to the next episode of Coolcraft Season 8. And today, as you can see, we have logical zoom installed. So, I can now zoom in on large things far away. So, my inventory is quite full right now because I started working on something and then realized I probably should be recording this. So what I started to do is I went into through the overworld first. I went over to the end portal and plopped down a portal. I didn't light it, so we gotta get that done. So what I'm doing is I am working on getting the portal in the nether set up. I gotta grab flint and steel, then I will be on to that. At the spot that we're building, and we started build a bridge out towards the portal, I put it as slabs. Mobs spawning around all the time and make it just that little bit easier on us. I'll update you more as things get built. Alright folks, as you can see, we have done a little bit of work here. Try to get things a little bit streamlined, just to make it so it can go between here and where the end portal is going to be, so that we can eventually use this to get to jRdCool's base and Super Tylerman's base easy and without much of an issue. What I've been doing over here is I've been scaffolding, or as I've been slabbing, turning everything to slab. So I cut the floor down a block, and then add stuff in. But other than that, yeah, let's keep moving. All right, as you can see here, we have completed more. In fact, this whole thing that I was trying to get done, the pathway to the end portal, is fully and utterly complete. I can take it around here, and I can show you all the way down here. You can see the portal is open and ready to go. We make it to the end portal. So yeah, let's keep going. Alright folks, so I am taking a little bit of a boat journey up to the north to get ourselves some terracotta. Because we're going to need a lot of that with our design philosophy for this season. So as we go do this, we are actually going to be hitting a massive mushroom island. I'll show you when we get there. We have made it to the first of the islands. Just let that show you this. I'm going to wander around a bit. I'm just moving around here, just trying to figure out to get the whole scale of this island. I am actually debating moving my base up to here, leaving that as a starter base. Alright folks, so we finished exploring that whole island. And just look at how big that is compared to the main island, to our main island. Wow. Look at there's even more island here. Like, this is crazy. Absolutely insane. I think our next stop will be at the Badlands. Alright folks, I have returned back to my base actually. I forgot to record it, but I did get a whole bunch of terracotta. Which now what I need to do is work on getting more blue dye. Alright guys, so I have decided to make a wall showing you what farms I need to make still. I really need to work on making building base super easy. You need a wither farm to give us coal and bones. Bones we use for many things. A cornflower farm made up in the hills over here in this plains biome. Specifically to have blue dye. And a cactus farm so we can make, we have cactus here, but I mean an automated farm that Tylerman and I designed. So we have cactus. So I'll automate our cactus for green dye. And then a concrete farm, which, of course, with the way we do it, we'll have a falling blocks duplicator for the end portal. Blue dye and green dye in kind of the bones to make the blue and green will be to make cyan terracotta. That's why we need all of the terracotta. And then the white will be used for making the bones will also be used for making a lot of white concrete. So yeah, I think I'm going to start working towards actually making an automated cactus farm. Alright. On to that. jRdCool here. So for this next 5 clips, I found out later that I had my microphone muted, so you heard none of it. So what you just saw there was I was supposed to be talking about how I am putting chests and that into the end to pick up all the drops from the concrete farm, and then I'm showing you here
the extension of the tree farm. So I've extended it out, made it so I can get more wood to make it easier to build chests in the end and collect wood for stuff around the base anyways. Here is a first clip after a long period of time. This is the first clip of the new year. This is where I'm showing you around, showing you how well it's in the server and how I've gone around and lit up a whole bunch of stuff of the caves around for the slime farm. Slime because it's necessary for the cactus. For other bunch of farms. So I showed you down there, the cactus itself, where I AFK, and then we go all the way down to show you what we got out of drops and how I've made a crafter so it auto crafts the slime balls into slime blocks to give us more storage. Oh, I'm so sorry that I did this. I missed it, but you know how OBS is. It's easy. So here, we're going through. We're making the updates to the cactus farm. Updates, which I later realized I had made the far observers. The ones that just got added in, I put them in upside down. So the day I'm editing this, I just fixed that. So yeah, showing you there, it's complete. Going through chests, crafting some green dye to mark the sign as complete. I think Willow put that one on the end, or someone else did. No idea who. But then, yeah. Looking at those more of the signs. Then here is showing you the pathways that jRdCool is starting to put around the island. He has a nice big master plan that he's shown us on what he's going to do. And what he's want to do is all the roads that are in right now, all the pathways that are in right now are the main priority pathways, the high priority pathways. Actually, what I'm showing you there is my idea that I wanted to go through. A bit there, there's a pathway supposed to go around my base. It's more of a low priority option. I'm showing you the slime chunk itself right there. Or actually, it's above that. But, right there. I'm going to be designing the path myself. On that clip. Alright, so we've gotten this mostly done. And it is running. It does work. I might need to shorten the clock for the water. But water does actually automatically do stuff, but this is kind of our issue. We are backing up. So I need to speed up our hopper system. It might legitimately probably means moving stuff down, making this taller, but at the same time, that ain't an issue. And that ain't an issue. I mean, look, I put a bunch of bone meal in here to start with. Making it working okay. You got a system just to make sure that when because the water is not on there for long, not everything gets pushed all the way across. Most of it does. This is pretty good. I'll have to find ways to make it better, but yeah. There might be a way just to do a vertical system. Cost a lot of minecarts and stuff, but there's ways to do it. Back to it. Okay, I have done a little bit of work. I have since gone in, I smelted, got some more green dye, crafted some blue dye, used half that to craft a bunch of terracotta, which is almost all right here. And from there, I've started working on where I'm going to put the first building. This is going to be a fairly decent sized building. You can kind of see on the map here the outline of this building. This is the first building. What I'm doing right now, as you can see, I've started to level this, so I'm going to try to get it leveled so that the front of the building comes up to the front of the building. And of course, we can do ground floor stuff with this one that goes under. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the path to come along here, build a path out here, have an entrance to this building on the upper level here, so you can go through the building here to get down to the ground floor or up to the path, the outside world path up above. But yeah, well, and I think the way I'm gonna do this, that path jRdCool made over here is gonna get redone. We're gonna do this over with carpet in this kind of or something like this. This might have to go. I might just change it to this kind of style. Do it over in carpet. and make that. But the paths that stay outside of our compound is going to be standard path block, but the stuff inside the compound on the levels here are going to be more of whatever I'm doing, either this or probably more like these industrial-ish carpet style. But yeah, more to work on. Alright, so as you can see, I've done a bit of work here. I've started extending that path. I need to work on getting sheep separated into their own pens for different colors. I will start doing that in a minute. But as you can see, we're going to start getting this, build a path over to the door. Eventually, we're going to have a path going on there over to those stairs off in the distance, which go up towards the flower farm, the blue dye farm. Let's see what it is. So yeah, that's it for tonight. Let's get on to the next day. Alright folks, jRdCool is on his way right now to deliver me a horse. It's going to be nice and fast. Close to top speed apparently, so yeah. I'm going to take it to when it gets here. You have a horse? Whoa, you have a horse.
Come on. There it is.
14.386.
Yep. Slightly slower than my horse, but it's the fastest horse that I had. I think it's the fastest horse I had. It was fitting an
Wow, it's got a good amount of health too.
Yes, it does actually have a decent amount of health. I believe it should also have pretty good jump as well.
Oh, if I don't stunt it.
Test that.
That wasn't even a full jump.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Wow. Probably close to 6 blocks. 5-6 blocks.
Yeah. You can't actually get 6-block jumping horses in survival though, apparently, so. Yeah, that's that.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you for that. It'll be helpful when going around the island this season. I mean, we might not actually be doing any nether stuff this season, really.
Oh, my replay finished.
Nice.
When did that happen?
Yeah, we can do that faster. It'll be so much faster now that I have a fast camel to ride on. Oh, yes. Does Tyler have any diamonds at this point? I have no clue. He might. Also, don't know if he's actually done mining. He may have done that. Oh, that's an episode 2 thing. Yeah, I think he was saying somewhere that. I mean, he's already beaten the Ender Dragon, but he hasn't done mining yet. So, yeah, I actually played. To the Stronghold, that's right. Oh, yeah, that's right. I mean, I did most of the legwork for getting to the end. Yes. Fantastic. This one's pretty straight here. We got Carlos through the woods here. As most of them seem to do. There's a lot of wood running here. So we come up into this land here and we start ascending the hill. Oh, yeah. Strangely, it's a less steep path. And then we arrive at the end of the path. For now. Right, now we go back down the mountain. When you were drawing these paths, did you actually draw them like they were, did you draw them in different layers and just like put the... A little bit, yeah. Okay, so you drew the red layer, then you drew the blue layer, then you drew the purple layer, or the magenta layer. No, magenta and blue. And then you just completely flipped that order. Okay. Yeah, lots of beehives. Yeah, I think these leaf petals count as something that can trigger bees to spawn. Huh. So that's probably why there's a lot of bees here. So many bees, so few flowers. Yeah. Well, this path here, which runs kind of parallel to my farm over that way. Sorry, I was thinking. That way. It's over there. Oh, I see it. Yes. Continue down this way. Looks like over yet another bridge. Come over into the bee here. Nowadays, we can actually ford the stream on... I did not know you could do this. This is basically brand new. I'll say! When you were riding them. I know, and it's like I was like, I don't want to cross that, because it means having to cross without a horse on it. When we come to a T, we can quickly hop down this path. You should have spears here. This way. Oh, you have yours, yeah. Cut down segment there. Come over this way. Just a little. And just kind of end here, and then start going down this cliff into the jungle. Good enough. Don't blame you, honestly. And that's basically where I drew the path to on the image, so yeah. There'll also eventually be a path going out that direction. Oh yes, I can just about see that. You have a lot of speed. You have like 14 units of speed. Yes, eventually that direction for there will be a path eventually going down that way on the island. Yeah, now we cross another river. Did I just pick up your lead? There you go. Oh, I was picking it up, okay. Now we come down this way. There's more forest. That's how big the zombie there. Here's where the path is going to connect right into my base there. Is that two? That's 2 baby zombies. You missed and you missed. There's one. Oh, that one. Right? The horse has been hit hard to see them. Still not down. There's it. There's a creeper. And despawn. Oh, we're not running this time. Onward down the path. The trail. Hi, Mr. Creeper. How you doing? Skeleton. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Bye, bye, bye. I don't know where this is. And, oh wait. Another gap that we, I think we can actually jump this one. Okay. I didn't have any confidence. Like, I haven't done anything like that yet, so. Speared. There's a zombie heart. We joined back along this path. I creeped him die. Come along this way, we can right along the shore here. There's one of the few plains biomes that exist on this island. I have built a, holy. Oh my. Are we hard? I forget. Yes, there. Holy. Let's, mosey through this though, so we don't let the villager population get mauled. Come out this way. And the plains biome. Yeah, I built a cornflower farm in one of the plains biomes. Gee, Meadowline is interestingly the best place to build cornflower farms. Maybe, I think it's like a plains hill. There were a lot of cornflowers there. Which is why I'm like, alright, I'll build it here because there's a lot of cornflowers. Yeah.
Alright, after that tour of the server with... tour of the server with jRdCool, we've come back now and I can show you a little bit of what's been done overnight. I'm pretty sure that... Yeah, I don't think I have that. I can show you what's been done recently. So, last night, I don't think I got this shown up. I built a nice retaining wall for the base here. And the little bit I've done today is I've completely taken off all the trees that were up here inside of what will be the this building. And yeah, I also leveled it out a bit here. So I got this all leveled, or I leveled this area here. Make this all one floor, because it will be. I think I'm debating what I want to do exactly, but I do know for a fact this is going to be like an entrance here. So where's the entrance on here? Alright, so right down this, come on, is the middle. Think what we're going to do, we're going to have some sort of way to get between floors, first of all. I don't think this building is going to be the one that I put the elevator into, just because this is too small for that. But I think we'll do that with whatever building we make our storage system out of. So as you can see here, yeah, this is the outline of the building. That's like the doorway I just put in there. Still need to get concrete. jRdCool's editing a video, so that'll be a minute. But concrete's our big one, that big thing. I think I should start working on floors though, like separating out floors, and I can do that. All right, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's do that. Let's make it a time lapse. As you can see, guys, we have now completely dug out the three intermediate floors, the lower levels below this upper ground level. As you can see, guys, we have now completely dug out the three intermediate floors, the lower levels below this upper ground level, all dug out back to where it needs to be. I'm gonna say this now, this is where the size is gonna be. However, the lower floors, these lower two floors at very least, might see it go farther back at some point. Because being underground, it gives them a little bit more space, and we can make things look a little bit nicer. So this have a 4-block ceiling at the moment, where that's the floor above. Depending on how things go, we might just do it. Where yes, there's that floor there, but we do like the actual lighting and stuff comes down a block, so it is a 3-block ceiling for these. These lower floors are the only ones that are going to be 4-block. Like 4 blocks between the floors. The rest above I think are going to be larger because above ground we can do much more. But we had a set ground here and we had a set ground down there, and I needed to bridge the two, and this was like the quick and easy math to do that. I'll be back to you with the next stuff. New day, new ideas. I think we're going to start putting this bottom floor here, putting polished diorite and we'll start working on at least getting this floor. We'll figure out what we're gonna do for ceiling. We're gonna start getting this bottom floor, build some like cubicles or something, and just start getting a bunch of villagers in here and get this as a trading hall. Probably extend this wall back. All right. So when I snap my fingers, this got the floor done. All right. This is doing much better. I think this will be good. From this, I think we gotta start building up cubicles. I'm debating what I want to use. Alright, I'm thinking we might go with black wool. Black wool to make out our cubicles. Debating doing them tightly or if I want to spread them out. I need to figure out what I'm doing. Where's the staircase going to be? Because this is a temporary staircase. It's specifically just here for being able to get up. Do I want to do something like this is the floor here? Ooh, have it so like look over. This floor is the first floor, full floor. Like that's just side of the building. But it all goes up, but from like here up through the ceiling of the. So I'm thinking this will be ground floor. This will be -1, -2, -3. I'm thinking we'll have it so glass from here on up. And like the whole skyscraper would be glass, but then these would be like essentially balcony floors. They're looking out over stuff. Like they'll be like, but like on that next floor, there'll be like elevators and that going up to further floors. Other thing is floors above this are going to be like 6 stories tall or something like that between flooring blocks. All that has to be exactly figured out, but I need to figure out before I can do anything else. I'm going to have to figure out where I'm putting elevators and staircases primarily. Where I'm putting the staircase to the top floors. All right, on to that. All right, folks, so I did make the executive decision. We are going to make this our staircase. It's not 100% complete. I think doing this top like this is how it's going to be. It's not going to change, but of course we'll have to make some changes up underneath, and we're probably going to be dropping the ceiling on each of these floors for separation between them, unless, of course, we do decide to do something similar to like this does, like this with the polished diorite on each floor, because it looks a lot like it's like a tiled pattern. It might not be a bad idea to do it as well up here, because having it in as the roof, really it can make it look a lot like a drop ceiling from on the top, tiles on the bottom, drop ceiling on the top. So that I think will look quite fine. The only big reason why I might not is for having the lighting not being in the floor above of the floor of the one above. Other than that, I think I might want to do some like carpeting or something on the floor here. Not sure yet. I actually do need to get some pressure plates. I think we can do that quickly. Hold on. And then yeah, perfect. You can just go in and out like that. All right. On to the designing of the cubicles. Alright, so I have taken my sheep and put each color into its own pen. This way I can understand exactly why when I went and sheared all my sheep, I was getting like nothing as far as lime green go, but much more in the green, because I had 3 lime sheep and 5 green sheep. So I've gone in and I've started to work the process of creating more sheep. That way we can go further and get all this spawn proofed. I may want to take a couple red sheep, toss them into here to make yellow sheep so that I can yellow over the sand down there. Okay, folks, I have done a little bit of work on this building on the ground floor here. As you can see, the trading hall is starting to come together. I've got almost all these villagers good, I got to do one more, and I'm going to show you the process of how that's been going. And then I have 6. I will have 14 villagers. Took me a second to figure that out. Set and done, almost all of which, will be, most of which will hopefully be able to trade with us for, trade iron with us so that we can get all of our stuff. As you can see, Tyler is currently recording a video doing a mining segment. But yeah, I have got the first 14 villagers put in. My Silk Touch librarian has also, he's not in yet, but he's in the building. because he decided to step down into the minecart loading station. He stepped out into that, and I'm like, you know what? Sure, let me just make sure I have a spot for you to just sit. So I'm not throwing you into a spot where you won't be able to work. We got all these villagers in here. Fortunately, it seems like all of our, except for this row, everything is gonna have a. I mean, okay. Of course that did. Let us. I know we'll have less villagers if we do this, but now this row is not going to be able to happen due to spacing needed for the door there, and we'll have that there. So also we'll have like doors here, as in like this is a staff only area to come out to there. So then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, we do lose a whole row here, but it'll make it easier for me to traverse this while when going between villagers. So we do lose a bunch, but we have all these here. Actually, I think we only lose this here. Okay, moving forward to have the rest be a little bit more spacious with just a larger walkway here. Doors sitting here as this private area. Staff only, staff being me, whoever's coming to trade. And of course, this being their lower entrance, gotta have a reception desk here. I think this will go pretty well. This way. Yes, you got a reception here. We'll put some sort of computer terminal here. Let's do that for now. Actually, we want to do one more thing. A little bit of an Easter egg there. But if ever this gets broken, you got a command prompt. That'd be cool. So that'll work. We'll do something similar. Maybe someday we'll do paintings there, but I think this, or not paintings, I mean, these paintings work somewhat for now, and I think I like the better one as desktop. That works. Alright, but yeah, villagers are in. Some villagers are in. I gotta get through go through their basic levels. I did actually, when doing all this, get this guy, which is one of my previous masters, and this guy. There's another one of the masters, the Fortune Master. But yeah, that's them. I also have a bunch of armorers here that I can put in. None of them are the master, but yeah, I think I'll be working on more of that between episodes, I think, based off how much I've recorded, that's all I'm going to be doing for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please drop that like and subscribe. More content coming out, more building of this building here, and following of our base plan, our generalized base plan, which I'm going to try to realize more than I have ever before. We've got stuff now in place to make it so that if more iron golems are spawning back there. So other than that, guys, thank you all for watching. Again, thank you all for watching. Hope you guys liked the video. Have a great day. Bye.